Alright, cookies are looking promising. Cookies are looking promising, chat.
Well guys, it's a tale as old as time. I truly do not believe that there is a single kind of person on this planet who is willing to push the envelope more than an OnlyFans model who advertises their OnlyFans through streaming. They're in a class of their own. Now, many times have we talked about streaming metas on this channel, where some streamer is able to find some loophole in the TOS of a streaming website. Abusing this loophole results in them getting a lot of views, so everyone follows suit, and then for a few days, basically, everybody gets naked. Now, that's not always the case, but generally, these streaming metas usually revolve around getting naked on a website where you're not really supposed to without getting in trouble. Now, why has this phenomenon become a cornerstone of the streaming world? I don't really know. There's a lot of websites where you can just be naked and not really worry about it, get paid to be naked even. So why people don't just utilize those on both sides, both the viewer and the streamer, I don't really get it. I mean, I guess the obvious answer is that there's more money to be made on the websites where you have to bend the rules. Why that is? No clue. Why people want to watch somebody be like almost naked when the end goal is to just go pay and see them fully naked? I don't really get it. But I think maybe, just maybe, the days of that are coming to an end. With more and more streaming platforms throwing themselves into the mix, some streamers are realizing that it's just not really worth the hassle of dealing with a Twitch or a Kick, you know, streaming platforms with any sort of standards whatsoever, and that it's just easier to, you know, go stream on a platform that makes Kick look like it has standards, which the new streaming platform Party does exactly. If you've ever had the idea of, hey, somebody should make a streaming website that has just enough rules to still get normal advertisements, but at the end of the day is basically one step above a campsite, sorry, the founders of Party beat you to it. And the streamer you're seeing in the background, Woodbaby, is taking full advantage of that, in a way that I think showing you might actually get me banned on YouTube. But we'll get to that in a minute. Now, there's quite a lot wrong with Party, okay? One of the biggest issues has got to be the fact that they are very, very proud that Jack Doherty streams on their website. Like, they actively advertise it. Whenever you go to the Party website, he's the first featured creator they list. And if you're doing that, if your pride and joy is Jack Doherty, I mean, something's gone wrong, right? If a guy who's been banned off of every other streaming platform, whose whole brand is being hated and doing shit like crashing cars on the highway, or starting fights and then having bodyguards beat people up for him, if that's your golden boy, maybe not the best business plan. Now, Jack Doherty just existing on this website is not the only problem that Party has. It's also just super ugly. Like, seriously, if you go on to Party, it's the worst UI I've ever seen. The homepage gives basically no information about the streams it's showing you, and most of the things on the homepage are not even people streaming. Of the 9 rows featured on the homepage, one of them is actual live streams. Now, I don't know if that's just because nobody's using this website or what exactly is going on, but it seems kind of like a failing business strategy to not really have any live streams on your website that's for live streaming. What do I know though? And then there's the itty bitty problem of how I think this website's probably gonna turn out to be one giant crypto scam eventually, because I was going through the terms of service to see if there's anything involving nudity or sex, which by the way there's not, but I read something that I think means everything that's uploaded onto the website can and will likely be turned into an NFT, so that's probably normal, right? Don't really have the expertise to go into that, but just something to keep in mind for the future. However, for this video, none of that is super important. This is about the time where I start to realize that I've sort of lost the focus of what I'm actually supposed to be talking about today. Sorry about that. What I've been trying to get to is what might actually end up being Party's biggest problem. Now, I don't even know if this website has advertisers yet. I clicked on a few different streams to see if I would get an ad, and I didn't, but I don't know how else they'd be paying these people. Maybe they're just not getting paid, but that doesn't really make sense either. I'm sure there's some source of external money here, and generally, sources of external money, normally in the form of advertisers, don't really like porn. And when you have streamers whipping out their titties, covering their nipples with black tape, and that's it, it's hard to make an argument that that's not porn. And that's exactly what Woodbaby has kind of gone viral for doing. Now, I don't think I'm really going to be able to show any of this in full, and I don't know how long I'll be able to show it for, but Woodbaby here, after spending a few hours in what is honestly pretty normal attire for a stream of this caliber, kind of what you would expect, decided, you know what, let's see what this this platform's made of. And then she just whipped him out with nothing but black tape covering her nipples, and then left it that way for over 4 hours. There were no Twitch tricks present, like keeping them just off screen, acting like you're a VTuber mascot or something. No, it was just like business as usual. She did some woodworking, made some food, watched a few videos, had some reactions. It was a relatively normal stream, pretty much what you would expect from an IRL stream, just naked, or basically. Now, I've said many times on this channel that I don't care if you have an OnlyFans. Why anybody would be upset about what another person does in the privacy of their own home, as long as it's not hurting anybody, makes no sense to me. That's not my problem here. I don't care that this is happening. I don't even know if I have a problem. I just don't get it. Now, I've never really gotten the appeal to content like this to begin with, because, I mean, let's be real, all of the streams like this are made for one reason, and one reason only, for people to watch them one-handed. And if you go to a website like Twitch, there's at least like a bit of plausible deniability, I guess, where people can be like, what do you mean? No, I just love her as a streamer. They ask him, that's just part of her bit. You wouldn't get it. Like, nobody's watching a hot tub stream because they just really like the streamer, let's be real. However, there are still some guidelines in place that keep the content somewhat tame. So if somebody wants to argue with you and say they aren't watching it for the reasons that you think they are, I guess you really can't prove them wrong. However, this, I don't think that applies here. So like, I don't care that people are doing this. I don't care that people are watching it. I'm not here to be like, oh my God, one streamer did one thing, the entire world has fallen into degeneracy, we have to fix it. Like, I don't care, really, I don't. I just don't understand it. And if I see something on the internet that confuses me, generally, I bring it to you guys. So I'm here to pose the very important question as to what is the reasoning that anybody on the planet would sit down for over 7 hours and watch somebody almost get naked while doing normal day-to-day tasks, when there is literally more adult content available for free than anybody could ever consume in a lifetime that would satisfy your needs, I guess, in a fraction of that time, and then you can go use that 7 hours to do something actually productive. Now look, I'm not part of the productivity police. I don't really care what you do with your day, but this, I just can't make sense of it. What really baffles me about this, and I think this is probably the thing I'm actually stuck on, is that people want to watch this when you can just go see this woman naked. Like, seriously, why would you choose this when you can just go see her naked? And before this gets taken out of context and somebody says, hey, August hates women and he thinks that instead of watching them stream, you should just go try to find them naked. That's not what I'm saying here. However, I think it's fair of me to say that if you're watching this kind of stream, that's all you're in it for. And like, I guess I could maybe start to understand it if they didn't have like an OnlyFans or something. And it's this sort of mutual relationship where it's like, I'm gonna almost get naked, but not fully, and you're gonna like it, okay? Then, like, okay, sure, whatever. Again, why you wouldn't just go watch one of the 12 billion free videos of that nature, I don't really understand, but okay, whatever. You want to see this person naked? This is the closest you'll get? Cool. But like this, if you're watching this stream, you're obviously interested in seeing this woman naked, so why don't you? I looked it up. It's $9, people. I mean, if you don't have $9 to spare and you're spending 7 hours of your day watching this, might have your priorities mixed up. And truthfully, I say that out of love, okay? If you're just doing this for the love of the game, more power to you, I guess. But if you're doing this because for some reason you think it's your only other option, maybe, and really this is just a maybe, 7-hour goon sessions should not be this high on the totem pole. But with that being said, I think that's enough unsolicited advice on how to jerk off for today. Well guys, what do you think? Do you think we'll start seeing this kind of thing pop up a lot more? Personally, I don't know if I'm convinced. I feel like even for people who are really into streams like this is just too much. Like, I feel like it takes away some of the charm, because like I've been saying, why would you not just go look at this woman naked if you're gonna do this? Like, there's just not a big enough gap between what the stream is showing and what you can see through the paid content. So there's not that sort of gray area where it's like, ooh, you're seeing something you're not supposed to see on a website you wouldn't otherwise see this. At the point Miss Woodbaby has taken it to, you're basically just watching a campsite. And I just don't think it works. Will I be proven wrong? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.